First of all, let me just say that I'm incredibly honored to be here and to be a part of this celebration. You have a lot of people that talk about the industry and they talk about how journalism is dead. And believe it or not, to some degree, they're right. Because as it pertains to a lot of people in my industry, unfortunately, the definition of journalism is to excoriate and insult colleagues because somehow, some way that leads you to believe that somehow, some way you'll be able to ingratiate yourself. That's nothing that I've ever subscribed to. That's not something that I believe in. And one of the things that makes me most proud, considering the platform that I have, is that I don't get personal. I characterize what you do, not who you are. Your deeds speak for you. It matters. And ultimately, when you sit up on that perch that myself and Skip Bayless are blessed to sit on every day, with that obligation comes an incredible level of responsibility that I want to assure everybody in this room I take very, very, very seriously. See, when I talk about incidences, when I talk about the actions of the few, when we're forced to highlight and illuminate the actions that people find themselves in, it's not to denigrate them. Number one, it's to highlight what they've done to show the negativity or the positivity involved in it. But more importantly, it's to isolate them, to make sure that everybody understands that if it's negative, it's something that you shouldn't emulate. If it's positive, it definitely is something that you should emulate. So when you see me on the air, and I've got as many wrinkles on my forehead as Skip, and I'm not smiling, it's not because I'm upset. It's not because I'm angry. It's because I'm intense and focused, understanding that every word will be parsed, every word will be dissected by everybody in this room, this city, and beyond, and that I'm going to be held accountable for the words oozing from my mouth. When you hear me on the airwaves talking about a particular coach and how there's been one season after another where this coach hasn't captured a playoff victory, for example, I'm not trying to denigrate that coach. I'm trying to say there's a standard that has been set by so many before him, and that standard said, excuse me, this is what you need to do to accomplish a level of success. And if you allow him to get a pass, then how are you able to hold anybody accountable when they fail? How are you able to open the doors for somebody else to get an opportunity to fail or an opportunity to succeed? I often tell a story, and it was printed about me in the Philadelphia magazine. I talked about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., certainly not comparing myself or anybody that I know in this lifetime to the greatness of that man. But I pointed out how this was a man that all he wanted was civil rights and equal rights for everybody. And he was hosed down. He had dogs sicked on him. He was beaten with batons. He was incarcerated. And a segment of our society stood up, gave him the proverbial middle finger, and told him to go someplace. Then Malcolm X came along. And Malcolm X said, by any means necessary. And he said, an eye for an eye. And those same people that did those things to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. sat there and looked at him and those who supported him. And they said, why can't you be like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.? And the moral of that story was that sometimes it takes a rebel to get you to listen to the people you should have been listening to all along. And you need to understand what I just said, because when you see me on the airwaves 5 nights a week, 5 days a week, 5 mornings a week, that's who you're looking at. You're seeing somebody who considers himself a rebel, who is unapologetic about it, who could give 2 cents what anybody thinks about it, and has no intentions of changing. But it's not because I believe I'm special. It's because I believe there are an abundance of people out there, younger than me, older than me, smarter than me, more accomplished than me, or destined to be more accomplished than me, that are being ignored, that are having doors shut. And by the way, they ain't just black folks. It's all of us. And you have to understand that when you look at First Take and you see Skip, he's a 62-year-old white dude from Oklahoma City. I'm a 46-year-old black dude from New York City. Now, some people might look at it and they may see polar opposites. But what you realize before long is there's a reason our show has been so successful. It's because the issues that we touch on are the issues that people care about. It's because the way we touch on them basically touches a broad spectrum of folks. We leave no stone unturned. We're brave. We're fearless. Trust me when I tell you, we have to be reeled in. No, we're not reeling in ourselves. We don't mind. If we offend you, we'd love to apologize, but we can't because we won't mean it. We really don't mind. Skip couldn't be here today. He sends his heartfelt gratitude. He wanted to be here. He couldn't make it. Got a curfew with Ernestine. I'm here on his behalf, not just myself. And I'm here with an incredible level of gratitude to express to him because he is the only reason I am doing First Take every morning. Skip Bayless had a show called Cold Pizza before it was ever called First Take. Skip Bayless was the one that held it down with a potpourri of individuals to debate every single day, and they were different people. Skip Bayless was the one carrying that mantle. Skip Bayless was the one that picked up the phone, called and asked to meet with me, looked me dead in my face and said, I've taken this as far as I can take it. Yeah, this is my show. But in order for me to take it to the next level, I need you. Because you're the only person that I would want to share this with, that I would trust, that I could rely upon to deliver the goods every single day. I stand before you tonight an incredibly humbled soul, not just for the award, not just for the gratitude extended to me by all of you. I also stand here humbled because I recognize that a white dude from Oklahoma City, almost 20 years my senior, wanted to share a platform with me that belonged totally to him. It's amazing what this country is made of, how beautiful we are as a nation when we come together and we realize the strength and weaknesses not just of others but of ourselves, and we're willing to give just as much as we can get so ultimately we can end up giving more. That's what First Take is all about. That's what I've been all about. That's what Skip Bayless has proven to be about. And fortunately for us, you wonderful folks here have recognized just that. So on behalf of Skip Bayless, on behalf of ESPN, on behalf of my producers at First Take and the leadership that they've shown us, on behalf of all of them, I accept with sincere gratitude this honor, this award, and I thank you so much for your time tonight. God bless each and every one of you.